We should be live.
All right. Let's see if I can get back in there. All right, pull it out. Just give me a second.
Yeah, sure.
Pull this back up. All right, share. I'm going to share it on the face as well. Oh shit! That means I'll need to redo the thing that I was pulling up. Just give me a little bit of time.
Oh yeah, sure.
Feed went down. All right, and then let's do the same on the HWR page.
Mm-hmm.
So reset. All right. So I have the part 2 links up. And then, okay, let's make sure we have audio. We do? Okay. So whenever you're ready. All right. Let me hold you right there, Chris. Let me hold you right there. I got two points. All right.
Okay.
First point. Travis Scott. What in the blue fuck? So look, here was another thing that I was actually talking to Arnold about. Besides the match itself, like you said, was slow. Cena was slow. I don't know if it's that he lost a step or he was trying to do it on purpose because he's ruined wrestling or whatever the case may be. The match was fucking slow and boring. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then Travis Scott came out.
1 50 seconds from the moment his music hit to the time.
Did you time it?
Someone did.
Someone timed it. Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say that was at least 30, but
30 minutes.
Well, I was gonna say 30 seconds.
It felt like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it felt like for fucking ever.
I'd never hear that song again.
Oh, that Fiend song. God, what is that even Fiend? Oh God, I mean, I don't want to be too much of a fucking fuddy duddy because I get it. Like old guys don't get the music of today, but goddamn, that song fucking sucks, dude. But anyways, so he comes out, and besides the fact that he is Travis Scott, we don't have any kayfabe storyline reason for him to be out at all. We don't know why he's there. The last time we saw him, he got in a sucker punch when he probably wasn't supposed to on Cody when he was out there with The Rock. And he was there as The Rock's guest. What in the blue fuck does he have to do with this whole storyline, which we didn't get an explanation of that then at Chamber, all the way up until now at Mania, and even now after Mania. We don't know why. We have no clue what's going on, and we're not even treating it as a whodunit. So he comes out, takes 1:52, you said? It takes 1:52 to come down to the ring, and he took his sweet-ass, slow-ass time. Like, he was slower than The Undertaker coming out. And this is supposed to be a run-in.
Yeah.
And he's holding this title belt that I guess it's just some sort of replica belt that he bought off of shop.com and painted some other paint. And like, he's acting like it's a belt that means something, but he's not. And when you have some people in your house that are watching WrestleMania, that all weekend long, you've had to explain to them, well, this title is different from that. Well, there's two world champion matches. Well, yeah, there's a world title and then the WWE title. Well, yeah, there's the Intercontinental and the United States. No, they're at the same level. Oh, there's 2 women's championships. Oh, and yeah, that's the tag team. Oh, but there's another tag team title. Oh, NXT has. And when you spent an entire fucking weekend explaining the legitimacy of multiple fucking belts, and then you have Travis Scott walk out there caressing this fake fucking title. Oh, I didn't know Travis Scott wrestled. Wow, what belt is that? What did he actually win? Oh, he didn't win anything. That's a fake belt. What? So he's caressing a belt that means nothing, that we don't know what it is, why it is, anything like that. He's strolling his ass down to the ring, and he's taking longer than I'm taking to explain this to get to the fucking ring. And everything just stops, and they're just looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
That slowed down the match even more, and it created more question marks, and not good question marks, not good who done it, cliffhangers. Oh my god, no! Like what the fuck? Why are we even? Huh? And then he tried to get involved, and he ate a crossroads, which kudos for him eating a crossroads very well.
Yeah.
Just to end up with the finish that we ended up. It was terrible. Now, I said I had 2 points, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's point number 1. Point number 2. Your boy, Alex Del Barrio, my ring announcer and commentary mentor. You may have known him as Alex Reyes. I'm over here dropping all the fucking names, right? On NXT for a little bit. He also had an opinion that I think he said it pretty well, and he was a little long-winded about it on Facebook, but I kind of want to find the post here and just kind of read it off, because he really nailed this. Being, a fucking WWE commentator at one point, I think that lends some credence to his opinion. He says this: "That was an embarrassingly bad finish. I feel awful for Cody, and I actually kind of feel bad for Cena too. Travis Scott is a massive star, but again, you have to look at wrestling as a fictional athletic competition, one in which your 2 best wrestlers, in theory, in the industry, are competing at the final match of the biggest show of the year, one that has been a champion for well over a year, and the other in the match is tied for the most total overall reigns in the history of professional wrestling. Why on earth would either one of them care that Travis Scott music hit and stop their competition to watch him walk down the aisle so that he could get himself involved in the match? If 2 teams were competing in Game 7 of the NBA Finals and Taylor Swift's music comes on in the arena, the 10 players on the court are not going to stop playing and look up to watch Taylor Swift walk down to her courtside seats."
Okay.
Right? So, yeah. Now, he goes on even further, and he has a couple of good points as well. Like I said, it was kind of a long-winded post, but I get it because he has really, really good points. So, yeah, I think I'll come down to one of the final ones here. It was his, meaning Cena. It was Cena's final WrestleMania, and he's trying desperately when it's the 17th championship to win the record. He should be trying to make a statement and should have done anything possible to win the match. He should have left Cody bloody, defenseless, and nearly immobile towards the end of it. This is exactly what you were saying. He's agreeing with it. So you brought up a point that he brought up, and I brought up a point that he brought up. I brought up the stuff about Travis Scott. You brought up the stuff about Cena should be being desperate. Mm-hmm. And he didn't. He wasn't desperate. He didn't leave Cody immobile and bloody and like, oh God, it was so hard hitting, and there was like clawing and scratching to try to win the title. No, he did bullshit trickery.
Yeah.
Oh no, please don't hit me, low blow. And that was it. And it was so much of a letdown. It was so deflating, not because Cody lost, but because of the way he lost. How it was a slow ass match. Travis Scott slowed it down even more for no particular reason. And then it was just like a bullshit trickery. Haha, I got you. Not like a hard hitting, oh my God, the long or most reigned champion of all time versus the guy who's held the title over here, just like how Alex Del Barrio just said. You know, it wasn't that epic of a cinematic. It was like, oh, that's it? Oh, that sucks.
And
thank you, Alex Del Barrio. I don't know. He probably doesn't even listen to our show.
And there's a third point that kind of drives the whole thing home. And this is probably the start of us bleeding into the fallout of the actual WrestleMania show.
Yeah.
The promo that Cena cut on Monday.
Yeah.
And more importantly, the promo that Cena cut on Friday made so much fucking sense.
Yeah.
That it didn't need Travis Scott or The Rock.
Right.
The whole thing of I'm out here and I'm listening to you boo a guy that carried a company for a year that I had him on my shoulders, congratulating him for winning the title, and now you're booing him. You're the reason why this isn't right. You're the reason why I am how I am right now. And then on Friday, oh, the reason I don't have kids is because I spent the last 20-something years raising yours. The reason I'm doing this is I'm wiping out your legacy, your father's legacy, your grandfather's legacy. The title ends with me. Triple H will bring it back and have a new lineage, a new belt, a new design. I'm ending wrestling as we know it today.
Yeah.
That was probably the most thought out, insightful, heelish shit I've seen on WWE television in years. And it didn't need turning on Cody at the Elimination Chamber. It didn't need him selling his soul to The Rock. It didn't need a shit soundtrack.
It didn't need Travis Scott helping.
Yeah.
And unsuccessfully helping, by the way.
Yeah.
Which even proved the fact that he didn't need Travis Scott's help.
And if you didn't have that to begin with, you could have laid the foundation for a heel Cena promo to be like, look at you and look at me. You never have and never will measure up to me. This will be the shortest main event in Mania history. I will dust you.
Yeah.
And then he takes his sweet time, and then he's more plotting, and then he's more methodical, and he only does 7 moves. But those 7 moves were it. Mm-hmm. Cody hits him with 5 punches. Cena knocks him out with 1 because Cena's pythons are 6 inches bigger than Cody's.
Yeah.
He does the moves. He only needs to do 7 because he's been doing it for 25 years.
Right.
And Cody's been modeling for half the time in his youth while his daddy was wrestling. Cody might be the son of the plumber, but he's not 25-year veteran of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
You could have had that. Mm-hmm. That's not what we got. What we ended up with, sometimes breaking the fourth wall has negative dividends. Mm-hmm. If his intent was to legit ruin wrestling, that was a hell of a good start.
Yeah.
Because there might have been worse, but as far as I can remember, that really impacted me. I don't remember a WrestleMania main event that bad since Mania 25.
Damn.
Quentin Tarantino, let's bust out the finishers first.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a regular wrestling match with one guy against another guy that broke into his house, against another guy that DDT'd and kissed his wife. Let's do wrestling holds. Let's do rest holds. Yeah. Let's do a regular match. Oh, well, let's start with hitting each other with our finishers.
Yeah.
This was that bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
This was that bad.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So, like, it was a bad match. I don't know if it was on purpose bad. Mm-hmm. But if it was on purpose bad, that was a bad choice. Especially with Travis Scott. You didn't need it. You didn't need it at all. And you know how earlier I was talking about breaking up with CM Punk at Double or Nothing because the match was just that bad, and how I still kind of gave him a chance or, you know, whatever. And then I didn't really break up with him until he left AEW, and he left the way that he left. Yeah. That's kind of where I was with Cena at the end of this. But the thing is, I've always not liked Cena. I've always been the Cena sucks guy. I was like, oh, God, LOL, Cena wins. But
here we go with the nalgas. Standing ovation as you clap them cheeks. Go for it.
I really liked what happened on Monday and Friday.
I did as well.
I really liked it.
Is it redeeming? We need some more.
Right.
But you're getting there.
The story and the promo, mwah, chef's kiss. The raising your, I don't have kids because I raised your kids. You know, oh fuck, that was so good.
I felt that
there was
if you know, you know.
There was a lot of the heel believing himself to be right. And I believe that he believes himself to be right. And in fact, there might be a little bit of Thanos was right. That could happen down the line. A little bit of Cena was right. A little bit down the line. That I could see that maybe happening. Because Cena's kind of right. Yeah. Now, another thing that I really liked about, especially on Monday, is the put up the ticker for the dates. Like, this is how many dates you have for me. Tick, 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 tick. I was here for this day. I was here for that day, that day, that day, that day. You like, oh shit.
Like the honkometer,
we have,
but in reverse.
Yeah, like we have a doomsday clock here when you lose this belt forever. And I'm gonna say this. I don't know if it's intentional, but they're doing a better job with Cena stealing a title and holding a title away from a company
Then Punk.
than Moxley is doing in AEW.
Oh man,
They are doing this almost mockingly of what is going on with Mox. They're like the Simpsons reference, hit in the back of the head. This is how you do it, kid. Like, oh shit. Can you imagine if we have this doomsday clock of this is when this belt's gonna go away forever? And I halfway wanted Cena to bust out a briefcase and put that fucking thing in a briefcase and be like, this is a lot. Like when he was like, this take your photos because this is the 17-time world champion, last time you're gonna see it. I was kind of halfway expecting him to say, take your photos because this is the last time you're gonna see this belt again, and he's gonna throw it in a fucking briefcase.
Bring back the spinner.
Oh god, yeah. But no, I think this is going to hurt to say, especially how much I shit all over the WrestleMania main event. I can't believe in the year of our Lord, 2025, I give a shit about Cena versus Orton? What?
With Orton as the face
and Cena as the heel? When I saw that Cena versus Orton is actually going to happen at Backlash,
in St. Louis,
I was like, yes, I'm on board. I like this. This makes sense. This is really good. This is done very well. And the whole fucking thing with the heel, where they're always like, oh, you want a shot at this? No. Like, we always see that on all the time. Why cowardly heel? But no, Cena wasn't the cowardly heel here. He was like, no, I want you at your best. I want you to stay with your family in St. Louis. Rest up. I need the best Randy Orton. That way you don't have any more excuses. God damn. Both of those promos, Monday and Friday, were fucking great. Some of the best Cena promo I have ever seen, and some of the best storytelling I've ever seen. And god damn, I hope that match between Cena and Orton is not the stinker that Cena versus Cody was. If Cena versus Cody was a good fucking match or a decent match, I would be so erect right now for Cena versus Cody, or excuse me, Cena versus Orton. But because Cena versus Cody was kind of shitty,
yeah,
I'm halfway limp. You got me halfway there with the promos, but I still need some Blue Chew, and I'm not gonna believe it until I see the match, and this match is better than what you did with Cody.
So I'm seeing a few things on the horizon. I'm predicting a few things on the horizon. There was a match between Orton and Cena had Orton beat, and Orton slapped the referee and called the match. Cena wins by disqualification. The belt doesn't change hands. Mm-hmm. I've seen that a lot online the last couple of days. Mm. How interesting would it be if Cena's the one that takes the shortcut on Orton in his hometown when Orton has him beat and be like, that's it.
I could get behind that finish if it is definitely sold as a troll finish and the match itself was good.
Yeah.
The reason why I can't buy the finish at Mania is because, one, it's at Mania. It's the end of night 2 of Mania. And the Travis Scott shit was stupid and the match itself sucked up until all the way, up until the Travis Scott thing. Travis Scott made it worse, but it was already bad, right? The finish that you just suggested for Orton versus Cena, I could buy if they're putting on a fucking 5-star clinic, right? If they're putting on, this is how us old timers do it. Which, goddamn, Cena and Orton are old timers now. Wow, what does that say about us? Yeah.
You.
Oh, thank you. Now that we're kind of into Raw and SmackDown, can I bring up something else that's kind of tangential to the Cena stuff?
It's all yours.
I'm going to start with the announcer bit. I loved what Cena did with that new announcer. What's his name? Mark something?
I forgot. But yeah.
Is it Mark or Mike?
Mike. Let's call him Mike.
Mike?
Yeah, let's call him Mike.
Mike. Okay. I can't. He's new. And they even pointed out that he's new. Okay, cool. Give this new kid a shot. Cool. But what Cena did with him was fucking brilliant. As a ring announcer, as somebody that's a ring announcer, I have been of the opinion that sometimes is unpopular in wrestling that announcers, referees, commentators are all characters as well. And they interact with the wrestlers, and they should interact with the wrestlers as as a character, not as a fucking NPC that's just blank. Mm-hmm. They should have story. They should have character. They should have personas, not so that they could take the shine away from the wrestlers, but so that they could have more for the wrestlers to do and interact with. Because if you have just a bunch of empty suits commentating, reffing, and announcing, then the only people wrestlers can interact with to build character is with other wrestlers. Yeah. If they're interacting with a ref or announcer or commentator that has a fucking character, they could use their own character traits to bounce off the character traits of the announcer to create a more rich story for themselves and for the company as a whole. That is something I've been a proponent of for a fucking long time. It's something I try to do when I'm out there doing my thing on the independent scene here in Texas. That's why I was so fucking happy that Samantha Irving was starting to put in a little bit of personality when she was announcing different wrestlers. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows about Chelsea Green, but she did the same thing for Gunther. She did the same thing for Ludwig. She did the same thing for
accents.
Yeah,
accents.
She was doing stuff which I had already been doing. I'm not trying to take credit away from Samantha. No, Samantha is fucking great. She's fucking one of the best out there right now. I'm not stealing her shine.
She's out there now.
But don't accuse me of trying to steal her shine, right?
Yeah.
But it's something that I wanted to do. At the commentary table, same thing. When I would interview, I want to have which historically I've been super logical babyface, challenging the logics of a heel. Right. So I would ask questions that would probably, if I was a wrestler, get me punched in the face. Mm-hmm. Right. But since I was a commentator, hey, I'm just a commentator. So let's take this 1 then 2. When the announcer thing happened, my nipples perked up so hard when it was like, no, you come into the ring. Because we've seen this before where it's like, hey, you announced me wrong. Say it again. I've been the victim of that. You announced me wrong. Say it again. Of a heel doing that to me. I've done that before, right? Or where somebody was like, no, I'm gonna go back to the back because you guys didn't cheer for me as much. So they come out and then I gotta announce again. And I gotta emote like, oh, this guy. Okay, coming back to the ring, so and so. So we've seen it before here and there, but when Cena told him, read this. I was like a kid in a motherfucking candy store because the type of shit that I've been doing on the indies is now up on the main stage night after WrestleMania on Raw. The same type of shtick that I have been a proponent of things that I would like to do.
Segment 1.
Yes.
Raw after Mania.
Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, they're doing something with the ref or with the announcer. Holy fuck, this is so fucking cool. And it was like, I have been informed that I was disrespectful and I apologize. Here is the 17 and like went on to the whole spiel, and it's like, oh, that's fucking badass. But I was like, all right, that might be a one-off because it's a Raw after Mania. It happened again on SmackDown, and the guy Mike, whatever his name, was like, I've been informed again that my announcement was like, oh, fuck, they're going to continue this. This is going to be a thing. This is going to be good for announcers everywhere, for people that have been of the opinion, like I've been of the opinion that, yeah, they need to interact with the wrestlers just as much as everyone else. And I hope that this is going to be a fucking trend. So I'm so fucking excited. Now, if my nipples are hard and then I got erect on Friday, I busted a fucking gallon load when Gunther did what he did to Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. When he went over to Cole, I was just like berating him for his opinion and this and that and here and there. That's what should happen. Wrestlers should get pissed, especially if you're a heel. Get pissed off at the babyface commentator that's telling it like it is.
Why? To be fair, I wasn't the one that tapped out.
Right.
Right. You earned that whooping, boy.
He did.
You earned that whooping.
He did, and that made so much fucking sense. But that was when I was starting to bust the nut. When I really busted the nut was after Pat got involved and he got choked out and they took him to the back and they took him to the trainer's room.
And
he's dying. And Cole was like, I think I have a broken nose. And Scrap Daddy was like, hey, man, take the day off.
Nah.
No, I'm not going to let a bully keep me from doing my job on WrestleMania week. And